Rail project is expected to clear another major hurdle today.
We're working for Hawaii. Wake Up Today starts now.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Wake Up Today on this Tuesday, the 24th of May. Before we get to our top headlines, let's get an update on that weather situation with Chevy Chevalier. Loving the trade winds yesterday. Chevy continues today.
Oh, yeah, Ross. Continues today. Good morning, everyone. We're looking at trade winds all week. As a matter of fact, right into the Memorial Day weekend this weekend. We got a couple of isolated showers. Most of the shower activity is off to the west of the island chain, but we're looking at pleasant conditions today. Beautiful weather, actually. A nice beach day compared to last week. Isolated showers in the morning. Windward Mauka showers. Breezy conditions once again. And that's a trend that continues over the next 7 days. All the details on your complete forecast to include the holiday weekend coming up here in just a few minutes, Ross.
Thanks for the live update, Chevy. A recovery plan for the Honolulu Rail project is expected to take another step towards approval today. We've been telling you how the proposal shortens the route by 1.5 miles, ending it at the Civic Center in Kaka'ako instead of at Ala Moana Center. Today, the City Council Transportation Committee is expected to approve the plan. It will then go to the full council next week on June 1st. The Federal Transit Administration requires that the recovery plan be submitted by June 30th in order to release the rest of their federal grant money, $744 million. 2 people at the center of an FBI manhunt are in custody this morning. According to Las Vegas FBI, Christina Schultz, who's from Hawaii, and Michael Overton surrendered in Jacksonville, Florida yesterday. Both were wanted in connection with a robbery and murder in Las Vegas that left 24-year-old Natalie Mundley dead. Officials believe that Schultz knew her and set up the robbery to steal expensive jewelry. Schultz and Overton will be extradited to Las Vegas. A former Kauai Police Department employee is expected in court today after being indicted for felony theft. Mika Lynn Hironaka, who was a clerk at KPD's Records Division, allegedly used a computer to create and submit counter-service reports involving the Hawaii Criminal Justice Data Center to steal more than $20,000. Hironaka was arrested earlier this month and released after posting $10,000 bail. The Honolulu Police Commission has selected retired Major General Joe Logan to be the next HPD chief to lead the department forward. And he's going to be facing some big challenges. Chrissy Tamashiro has more.
Honolulu Mayor Rick Blangiardi says he was pleased with the finalists, but acknowledges Joe Logan's leadership skills stood out.
I want to talk about his management philosophy, leadership philosophy from my standpoint with respect to internal operations, morale, recruiting. Clearly, there's a real need to do that, as his role in the expectation is to have a chief of police who's in touch with the 21st century, and that involves communication, that involves transparency.
The police union sounded the alarm about staffing shortages earlier this year. The union tells me they did introduce themselves to Chief Logan prior to Monday's commission meeting and are confident he'll keep his promise in tackling key issues.
It's going out and going to high schools, going out to different events, getting the young people prepared to come into the department, whether it's bringing back the cadet program. I know Chief Logan was talking about that in his PBS Insights show.
Another concern for Shopo, how Chief Logan will get about 190 officers eligible for retirement to stay on the job amid staffing shortages.
He did mention in his interview with the commission this afternoon that he wanted to interview or at least talk to those officers with that amount of time in the department to see what he can do in order to keep them in.
The prosecuting attorney's office works hand in hand with the police department. Honolulu prosecutor Steve Alm tells me his top priority is a collaborative approach to tackling violent crime.
So it's trying to get a handle on that.
In the department's history, all chiefs were promoted from within. Former Chief Susan Ballard was the department's 11th chief and Hawaii's first female chief. She served from November 1st of 2017 before retiring nearly a year ago on May 31st of last year. Prior to her, Louis Kealoha served as chief from November 25th, 2009 to February 28th of 2017. He's now an inmate at a federal prison in Oregon, serving a 7-year sentence after being convicted of conspiracy and obstruction. Kealoha and his estranged wife, former Deputy Prosecutor Catherine, took part in a scheme to frame Catherine's uncle. Kealoha replaced Boise Carrera, who served as chief from 2004 to 2009, before stepping down after 39 years with the department. The Board of Water Supply wants the federal government to pony up hundreds of millions of dollars for Oahu's water infrastructure after the Navy's Red Hill fuel tanks polluted the military water supply. The county has shut down nearby wells as a precaution, which lost 17.5 million gallons per day. The Board of Water Supply requested $195 million in federal earmarks to find and drill new water resources. They call it a long-term solution because water, design, planning, and engineering will take many years. The board also asked state and federal regulators to consider requiring the Department of Defense make the county whole, which could bring in far more money if successful. Meanwhile, a portion of COVID relief money from what's known as ARPA could chip in another $25.3 million if spent by 2026. People in the Ewa area may be hearing more noise overnight. The Hawaii Department of Transportation says crews will be performing maintenance work on a runway at the Daniel K. Inouye International Airport. This will be from 4 o'clock this afternoon until 10 tomorrow morning. Because of the closure, more planes will be diverted over the Ewa Plain. The department says it appreciates the public's patience while the needed repairs are being made. Coming up next, the mayor's Memorial Day ceremony will be back to in-person this year. Plus, a mouse from Hawaii is heading to the Smithsonian. We'll have more on this national treasure straight ahead. But before we head to break, Chevy has a look at your current weather conditions. Morning, Chevy.
Good morning, Ross. Good morning, everyone. We have a couple of scattered showers, isolated showers, if you will, across the island chain. Most of us over the water to the west and southwest of the islands. Winds are 5 to 10 miles per hour. And we're looking at another beautiful day coming up here today. Partly cloudy skies, great beach day, just a couple of chances for windward Malka showers. Your complete forecast to include the holiday weekend coming up in just a few minutes.
We're working for Hawaii. You're watching Wake Up Today.
The mayor's Memorial Day ceremony is returning to the National Memorial Cemetery of the Pacific at Punch Bowl this year. The ceremony begins at 8:30 Monday morning, and it's free and open to the public. The event features several presentations and tributes, including speeches, color guard, a wreath presentation, and performances by the Royal Hawaiian Band.
For the first in-person ceremony since the pandemic began, really it's a fundamental human interaction and experience to appreciate those who came before us and sacrificed for our well-being.
Attendees are reminded that parking within Punch Bowl will be limited. There will be additional parking at Lincoln Elementary and Stevenson Middle Schools with a courtesy shuttle. You're encouraged to wear a mask if you attend in person. If you're not able to attend in person, you can also catch the ceremony, which will be streamed live on our website at KHON2.com. Now, if you would like to help, the city needs 38,000 fresh flower lei for the Memorial Day ceremony. The city will be hosting several lei sewing sessions around the island this week. It's also asking for flower donations, especially plumeria. The lei will be placed at grave sites on Memorial Day. For more information, visit KHON2.com. Nearly 24 years after her birth made international headlines, the world's first cloned mouse is now a national treasure. Kimila, the mouse, was created in the lab in 1997 using the distinctive Honolulu technique developed by an international team led by Ruzo Yanagimachi at the UH John A. Burns School of Medicine. She died of natural causes in 2001 and was kept at Jabson until she was recently donated to the Smithsonian's National Museum of American History. Kimilina was the first mammal to be cloned more than once in several generations, and the Honolulu technique is thought to be the more reliable than the cloning technique used to create Dolly the sheep. So big congratulations there. All right, coming up next, why more people are keeping their cars longer. Plus, love is in the air because it's wedding season. And even though more couples are tying the knot, find out why less people are attending their big day straight ahead.
Well, it's not just sentiment keeping people from parting with their older cars. Lydia Hugh has this story and more in your Fox Business Report.
Drivers still can't catch a break at the pump. The national average for regular unleaded gas hitting another all-time high over the weekend. A gallon now at $4.60. That's up nearly 50 cents in just the past month. We'll keep watching it. We are also keeping an eye on oil prices. Now back on the rise, up for 3 straight sessions. A barrel is just above $110. That's up around 46% so far this year. Meantime, looks like it's hard for a lot of you to part with your current ride. According to a report from S&P Global, the average age of a vehicle in the U.S. is at 12.2 years. That's a new record. High gas prices, along with supply chain issues, keeping more drivers from buying new wheels right now. To Wall Street, and how about this? A rally to start the week. The Dow gaining 618 points on Monday. That's business. I'm Lydia Hu.
Well, the elderly are being targeted by scammers now more than ever. A recent FBI report found older Americans were scammed $1.7 billion in 2021. That's a 74% increase from the year before. More than 92,000 people were scammed last year. People targeted included a former director of the FBI and the CIA. Sadly, very few arrests have been made in cases like these. Facebook parent company Meta is giving folks a peek behind the curtain and revealing how advertisers target users with political ads. This announcement comes in the middle of primary season before a crucial midterm election cycle. Meta's information into political ads on Facebook and Instagram will start being released to the public in July, focusing on demographics and audience interests leading to targeted ads. Well, it's wedding season and love is in the air. According to the Wedding Report, more than 2 million weddings are expected in 2022. That's the most since 1984. However, a recent survey by Bankrate.com found that 39 million Americans feel forced to spend more money than they're comfortable with when attending a wedding. 61% of adults are planning to attend these celebrations, a decrease from the 64% from last year. Analysts suggest inflation could be a reason for the decline. Well, I'll have a complete check of your weather, but first, let's take a quick look at your traffic out there. Looking pretty good. Just one accident to speak of, and that's on the windward side. So Kapa'a Road there is closed in both directions. Doesn't seem to be tying up much. Everyone else is green from Eva Beach all the way through the merges and into town. The complete look at your traffic and weather coming up next.
with KHON2 weather, Chevy Chevalier.
Well, beautiful day yesterday to start off the week, and that's going to continue all through this week. Maybe a few more clouds as we get into the end of this week, into the weekend a little bit. It's Memorial Day weekend coming up, so we're going to have pretty good weather. It looks as if we're going to have that all the way into the beginning of next week. Dew point still down in the 60s. Remember, it was in the low 70s last week with all that humidity. Northeast winds at 5 miles per hour. So on average across the area, 5 to 10 miles per hour with your winds, of course, with the exception of Lihue. Most of this is east, maybe a little bit out of the southeast, and winds are going to pick up again today to about 10 to 15 miles per hour. Some gusts, I would say 25, maybe up to 30 in some areas. I think Honolulu had a gust yesterday afternoon of 29 miles per hour. So a little windy with the gusts, but overall just breezy conditions as we go through the week this week. Windward Maka showers are expected today. A few more isolated showers across the island chain today, this morning, than there were yesterday at this time, especially around Hilo and all the stretching across southern portions of the Big Island. A few more windward Maka showers for Oahu and a couple more showers on Kauai. So this front, once again, doesn't really have much impact on our weather. It's the Northeast Pacific high up to the northeast there that's giving us our trade wind weather. And that's going to continue as we go through this week and through the weekend. This weekend, best chance once again for shower activity outside of the windward Maka showers are all over the Big Island. But as you can see, as we go through the rest of the week, we start to see less of a chance for showers, even windward Maka showers, as we get a little bit of reduction in the moisture. But take a look at the UV index. It's a nice beach day today, but the UV index is very in the extreme category at 12.1. So be aware of that if you're going out to the beach. Let's take a look at a long-range precip. This goes out for 10 days, and I just wanted to show you this just to see where the winds are coming from for the next few days, and then just the moisture. And we see a little bit of a decrease in moisture as we get into Friday, but maybe a little bit of an increase in moisture as we get into this weekend. But we're not really concerned too much about shower activity. Maybe windward Maka showers a little bit enhanced. Next week, maybe a little bit more moisture in the air. But all in all the way through June 3rd, it looks as if we're going to keep our trade wind. I know it's 10 days out, but still, that's what the models are saying, the long-range models. So today we're going to keep just the windward Maka showers in there. Very small chance for any leeward showers. That picks up a little bit as we go into the weekend this weekend. Memorial Day right now looks great, and not to be too concerned about Thursday, Friday, into Saturday. Just a few more clouds and a couple of chances for those windward Maka showers as we go through your work week this week. Beautiful weather all the way through the week and through this weekend, as a matter of fact. All right, that's your weather. Now let's take a look at your traffic. We do have one accident on the windward side. It doesn't look as if it's causing any problems. This is Kapa'a Quarry Road. It is blocked in both directions. Now that was at 4:05 a.m., so they probably had a chance to at least get to the scene and try to clear that out. But from Ewa Beach all the way through the H1, H2 merge, down from Mililani to the merge, all the way through to the Market Street merge and into town, everything is looking good. It is green, and we don't have any issues right now anyway. So hopefully it's as good as it was yesterday, at least for the first couple of hours. Here's the H1. And we're looking eastbound, and it's looking pretty good so far, but it's only a couple minutes before 5 o'clock this morning. Your drive times are all in the green, 23 minutes from Ewa Beach, 35 minutes from Waianae, and only 20 minutes from the folks up in Mililani. Up next, they call Hawaii paradise, of course, but could you depend on your age? When a new survey says about Hawaii and millennials, Wake Up Today returns.
We're working for Hawaii. You're watching Wake Up Today.
All right, we all love living in paradise, but how does Hawaii stack up to other states for millennials?
A new Wallet Hub survey is shedding some light on the best and worst states for people born between 1981 and 1996. When it comes to education and health, Hawaii is ranked #1. When it comes to affordability, dead last.
Ultimately, Hawaii is ranked 33rd on the list, making it worse than average for millennials. Washington State was ranked the best for millennials. No surprise there.
No.
Cost of living, you're trying to like buy a house here for millennials?
It's only getting worse daily now, right? I mean, my daughter's a millennial, and she she just comes here and spends my money, so she's not worried about that. But yeah, it's everything, and it's getting a lot worse, especially lately, right?
Especially with inflation, gas prices, it's just the cost of living in paradise. Hopefully, companies will start paying more here in Hawaii.
I know, right? But what if you're like right at the beginning of your job and you just got it last year, you know?
Yeah, it's tough.
You might wait a little bit.
All right, coming up on Wake Up Today, the Honolulu Police Commission has selected a new HPD chief. We'll have more on Joe Logan straight ahead.
Biden is on his way home from Tokyo after ending his first presidential trip to Asia.
We're working for Hawaii. Wake Up Today starts now.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome on this Aloha Tuesday. It's the 24th of May. I'm Christine Ueno.
I'm Rashmi Mabuku, and before we get to our top headlines, let's get an update on that weather situation with Chevy Chevalier. Beautiful day yesterday. Hopefully it will continue, Chevy.
It's going to continue. It's going to continue for the next week, probably beyond. I've looked at the extended range models. It looks as if it goes through the Memorial Day weekend and even into the middle portions of next week, the trade wind pattern. So that's good news. Isolated showers, windward Malka showers, breezy conditions this afternoon. Very similar to just about the same thing that we saw yesterday. The only change is we have a few more showers out and about, and you can see that it's partly, well, it's dark, but it's partly cloudy over Honolulu. Just some, we call them diurnal showers activity. That's the one thing. It happens overnight into the early morning hours. You can see a little bit more activity than we saw yesterday, especially off to the west and to the southwest. But for the next 7 days, everything looks good. We actually have, we'll even get drier as we go through the week. A little bit more moisture comes into the air Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, but nothing to worry about. Maybe some enhanced windward Malka showers. But that's about it all the way through Memorial Day. sticking with the beautiful weather. So that's good news. That's your weather. Now let's look at your traffic. We do have a few incidents already this morning, and we're talking about a couple of, one on the windward side and then one up by Cunha on the H1. So we'll take a look at the one over on the windward side first. So this is an accident that's happened at 4:05. So they're probably already on the scene trying to clear this up. That's Kapa'a Quarry Road blocked in both directions over there. And then everything looking good from Eva Beach except for this one accident. This is the southbound. When you get on Cunha Road southbound, you get on the H1 after the underpass there. There's a traffic accident right there. So hopefully that won't cause too many problems. All the way from Mililani down to the H1, H2 merge, looking good. All the way into town, looking good. Everybody is green so far this morning. Traffic flow starting to pick up just a little bit. It's just after 5 a.m. though. 23 minutes from Eva Beach, 35 from Waianae, and 20 minutes is your drive time from Mililani. I'll have a better look at your weather and traffic news.
All right, thanks a lot, Chevy. Over on Maui, Kuhilani Highway is open after a fire burned about 30 acres yesterday. County officials say conditions got so bad that the highway had zero visibility. But again, it is back open. The fire did not prompt evacuations or threaten homes. No word yet on what caused the fire. Happening now, President Biden is on his way to Alaska after finishing a two-country visit to Asia, the first of his presidency. He left Yokota Air Base today following meetings in Tokyo with the leaders of Japan, India, and Australia. The president urged the Indo-Pacific to make a greater effort to stop Russia's aggression in Ukraine, saying it's a global issue, not just a European one. The president also visited South Korea before he went to Japan.
Back here at home, after a year-long search, the Honolulu Police Department has a new chief. The Police Commission selected Arthur Joe Logan to lead the department. The retired Major General faces many challenges, including a rise in violent crime and a shortage of patrol officers. But Logan says he's ready to hit the ground running with new ideas to improve the department.
What I'd like is every officer, every civilian that works in the police department to be a recruiter. And I'd like them to try to bring somebody into the department either once a month or at least once a year so we can get the numbers up.
How do you gain the trust of the people under you in as short a time as possible?
Lead by example, show humility. My goal is to motivate, inspire, coach, teach, and mentor so that everyone in the department can reach their max potential of what they'd like to be.
Logan served more than 4 decades in the military. During that time, he also served 20 years at HPD starting in 1982. He was a patrol officer, narcotics vice officer, and also a detective in the Criminal Investigation Division. He's currently a criminal investigator at the State Attorney General's office, and his selection has been well received.
I am looking forward to working with Chief Logan. He'll provide steady leadership, smart, down to earth. He's a pleasant guy, no drama, get the job done.
We'll have more reaction in our next half hour. Also thanked Acting Chief Roddy Vanek for stepping in when called upon and providing steady leadership during this transition.
Maui police have a warning about opioid use after an incident with a teenager. Police say on Saturday, officers responded to a call about a possible opioid overdose at a home in Kahului. They found a 16-year-old girl unresponsive. Officers administered a dose of Narcan and were able to revive her. The teenage girl was taken to the hospital for treatment. Maui police say this is the second time this year that officers used Narcan. The latest COVID surge should peak on Oahu sometime next month. That's the forecast from the Hawaii Pandemic Applied Modeling, or HIPAM work group. On Hawaii Island, the peak is expected to come during the first week of June, a little later for Maui, and not until the first half of July for Kauai. The group says the extreme difference for the Garden Isle has to do with the fact that it had the largest relative surge. The group says several factors make estimating peaks very difficult, including unreported testing, the vaccine fading and transmission rates of new variants. Now, as for the next surge, the group says people getting reinfected in July could lead to another follow-up surge in cases. And as case counts rise, Big Island Mayor Mitch Roth is calling for, quote, mindful masking. Although there's no mask mandate in place, mindful masking strongly encourages masks in large gatherings, grocery stores, indoor gathering places, public transportation, as well as bars and restaurants. 5:06 right now, and the Russell Wilson era with the Denver Broncos will begin in a place the quarterback knows all too well.
That's right, Christine, your boy and the Broncos will be opening up the 2022 season in a Monday night primetime battle as his former team's house, the Seattle Seahawks Lumen Field. I have a hard time looking at this picture and go, that's Russell Wilson?
Too soon.
The 10-year NFL veteran who has been synonymous with the Seahawks Emerald and Blue was traded to the Orange and Blue just 2 months ago.
For me, it's not emotional, though. It's got to be non-emotional. You got to be able to go into it with understanding that it's just ball, you know, and also understanding that there's been amazing times. It's thrown a lot of touchdowns there. I've been won a lot of games there. It'll always be a special place in my heart forever. And so, you know, for me, it's about going out there and trying to play the best football for our football team here, and going to try to go win.
Now, barring injury, the NFL says Wilson will become the first signal caller in league history to start for a team that he previously defeated in a Super Bowl when he takes the field for Denver. And of course, that lone Super Bowl victory, not that long ago, or actually a while ago for Seahawks fans, I guess you would say, like, we need another one. But it's interesting to see him in this uniform. It takes a while. And for him just to say, oh, it's just another game, it's just got a ball. Yeah. Inside, when he gets there, emotions are going to be running high. I mean, that's his home for so many years.
Right. He says it's non-emotional, and I get that, because you can't let emotions play in. You got to focus. But for fans, it's all about emotion. When I heard that was their season opener against the Broncos, I was like, you got to be kidding me. And the tweets that followed once the schedule was announced and it was discovered that Seahawks were facing Broncos in the season opener, they're hilarious. One person one Seahawks fan put, this game between Seahawks and the Broncos is like the Super Bowl for Seattle. If Seattle wins this game, I'm content with them losing the rest.
The people making the schedule, they're like, prime time, let's put these two together and let's see what happens. But it should be interesting. It took a while to see Peyton Manning go from Indianapolis to Denver. I think it's the same thing, but wish him the best of luck.
It's like if Aaron Rodgers went somewhere else.
I would still follow him. I would still cheer for that team. It would just be weird.
It would be weird. It takes some time.
Hopefully he'll cut off that ponytail and, you know.
You know what's going to be interesting? How the fans, the Seahawks fans, will receive Russell Wilson once he walks on the field. You know? Big
After
applause.
introduction and during the game.
Yes.
I feel he'll get cheered on early on, and then once the game starts, I think they'll be booing him because that's the enemy. And Seahawks fans are loyal to their team.
We'll see. All right, 5:09 right now. Coming up next, we're working for Hawaii with the lives, look at the roads, and more on how long the trades will stick around.
And no, it's not a horror movie. We're ringing the bell at the New York Stock Exchange as models work the trading floor instead of stockbrokers. We're talking high fashion, a little scary high fashion, straight ahead.
With KHON2 weather, Chevy Chevalier.
Well, we had a great day yesterday. Another one is on tap for today. Partly cloudy skies, sun starting to show some daylight there, and we have a couple of showers, a few more showers than we had yesterday, especially off to the west. Not that that really matters because we got the trade wind flow here, but some more windward Maka showers on Oahu and a few more showers in southern portions of the Big Island this morning. And the winds are about 5 to 10 on average, already up to 10 for Kahului and Molokai, 14 for Lihue, and we're looking at easterly, maybe little southeasterly winds as we go through your morning this morning. So for today, partly cloudy across the Big Island. Sometimes it'll be mostly cloudy with a couple of showers, but chance for rain once again on the Big Island. And breezy to windy, Kahului again, probably looking at gusts probably over 30 miles per hour. We did see 29-mile-per-hour gusts at Honolulu yesterday, but partly cloudy on the windward side. Leeward side, mostly sunny, maybe a couple passing clouds, but windward Maka showers as we go through the day. Kauai, partly cloudy skies with some windward Maka showers. For the next 7 days, we're going to stick with this weather, the trade wind weather anyway. Just a few more clouds Thursday, Friday into Saturday for your Memorial Day weekend. And Sunday's looking good into Monday, which is Memorial Day. Now for traffic, we do have, we had a couple of issues. Now we just have, I think, one remaining. This is over on the windward side. This is closed in both directions, Kapa'a Quarry Road, because of an earlier accident at 4:05, I believe, was the time for that. And we also had an accident at Kunia in H1, but it looks as if that's been cleared, but you can see the orange there. That's probably why that's a little bit slowed down. But from Mililani down to the merge, looking good through Pearl City, down through the Middle Street merge, looking good all the way into town. Everything is green at this hour, and the traffic looking good on H1, looking townbound. 26 minutes from Ewa Beach, 36 from Waianae, and 20 minutes from Mililani. More on your traffic and weather coming up in just a few minutes, Ross.
Thanks for the update, Chevy. 5:14 right now, and get ready to work the catwalk because Balenciaga debuted its new spring collection at the New York Stock Exchange. Check it out. The show opened with the ringing of the opening bell. Models wore latex masks while strutting down the trading floor turned catwalk. Yes, those are models. The invitation was a stack of fake $100 bills, and floor traders were replaced by celebrities like Pharrell Williams, Megan Thee Stallion, Frank Ocean, and the city's mayor, Eric Adams. Kanye West was also in attendance, rocking Balenciaga's XXL boots before they even hit the runway. Looks more like a horror movie, a little spooky. Well, if you're looking at the stock exchange, it is spooky these days. All right, coming up next, nominations are now being accepted for outstanding local businesses on Maui, and why residents in the Ewa area may be hearing more noise overnight. What you need to know when Wake Up Today continues.
Go get him. No, you go get him. Go. Hey, what you kids doing?
Hey, no need to take Auntie's lychee, because it's back. Keep those kolohe at bay and satisfy all those cravings with Lychee Dream. Always fresh, nutritious goodness. Served with aloha. Jamba Hawaii.
Before treating your chronic migraine, 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more, you're not the only one with questions about Botox. Botox prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine before they even start, with about 10 minutes of treatment once every 3 months. So ask your doctor if Botox is right for you, and if a sample is available.
Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
In a survey, 92% of current users said they wish they talked to their doctor and started Botox sooner. Plus, right now, you may pay $0 for Botox. Learn how AbbVie could help you save on Botox.
Hi, I'm attorney Khalid Mustafa, a client-focused, results-driven lawyer, concentrating in bankruptcy, divorce, foreclosure defense, and more. Khalid Mustafa. Hard to pronounce, easy to talk to. Call me today.
From the smallest cottage to the largest house on the block, Wisteria Lane has something for everyone. Transform your home with one of our wide selection of flooring, a luxurious look for the everyday homeowner, and with an unbeatable pricing. Visit Wisteria Lane today.
Remembering our loved ones, we share with them the freeing moment of reconciliation and healing as we gather to experience the connectedness of past, present, and future. The space to heal is within our own heart, and the light of the lanterns shines brightly there. Please join us for Space to Heal, a Shinyo Lantern Floating Hawaii special, May 30th at 6:30 p.m. on KHON2.
You're watching Wake Up Today with Christina Winnow and Rosh Shimabuku.
Welcome back. It's 5:18 on this Tuesday. Here is today's Need to Know. The City Council Transportation Committee is meeting today and is expected to approve a plan to shorten the Honolulu Rail project. The proposal is expected to go to the full council next week.
The Board of Water Supply is asking federal officials for $195 million in additional funds to find and drill new water wells. This after the fuel spill at Red Hill forced the city to close several wells as a precaution.
Crews will be doing maintenance on a runway at Honolulu's airport from 4 this afternoon until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. The closure will send more air traffic over the Ewa Plain, and people in that area may hear more noise.
And the city is asking for your help preparing for the Memorial Day ceremony on Monday. You can donate flowers or take part in lace sewing sessions. For more details, head to KH12.com.
Over on Maui, nominations are now being accepted for outstanding local businesses.
Jack Gist from KOI Raider Group has more on that. Morning, Jack.
Good morning. Here's Lake Mahoning County. Nominees are now being accepted for the annual Mayor's Small Business Awards for 2022. All nominees and winners will be honored during an event to be held in October. The Mayor's Small Business Awards recognize outstanding businesses in our Maui County community that have 100 or fewer employees and have had a Hawaii General Excise Tax license for no fewer than 2 years. This year's event includes 6 award categories, from Exceptional Small Business of the Year to Lifetime Achievement Award. Nomination forms can be completed online and must be submitted with all required information on or before Monday, July 18th. Nomination forms and details are available online at MauiChamber.com. Reporting from Maui on the KUI Radio Studios, I'm Jack Gist for Wake Up Today. Back to you.
Thank you, Jack. Coming up in sports, the UH Baseball Bows were looking to close out their road schedule on a high note.
And we're swinging for the fences with a Hilo boy who's one of the very best in college baseball. We'll hear from Maui Ahuna and his big decision straight ahead.
KHON2 Sports, Rob DeMello.
How's it going, everybody? On the heels of completing a 3-game sweep at UC San Diego, the University of Hawaii baseball team was back on the field on Monday, closing out their 2022 road schedule with a single non-conference showdown at Cal Baptist. The Rainbow Warriors have already locked up a winning season, both in conference and overall, and we're gunning after a 15th road victory of the season for the first time in 16 years. But the Lancers jumped out to a 5-0 lead before the Bows started to chip away. Kyson Donahue, for the 4th time in the month of May, 2nd time in as many days, went for a ride to deep center. That made it 5-4 CBU. But the early deficit was just too much to overcome. 6-4 the final, as starter Cameron Hagan was tagged with the loss, allowing 5 runs in just 2 innings. Up next for the Rainbows, who now fall to 27-22. They're island-bound for a season-ending 3-game series against Cal Poly, starting on Thursday. Elsewhere in college baseball, the incredible sophomore season for Hilo's Maui Ahuna came to an end this past weekend as the Kansas shortstop completed a campaign that has put him on the All-American radar as he batted .396 with 28 extra base hits. And today, the All-Big 12 selection entered the transfer portal on the heels of head coach Rich Price announcing his retirement on Sunday. Now, recently, Coach Price gave high praise for the 2023 draft prospect that obviously has not lost his Big Island vibes.
Cam Musselton will get the rest of the night off. And the first pitch swinging is crushed by Maui Ahuna. Deep towards right, and he has tied this game at 3.
I'm a humble person, so I don't really brag or, talk about my average. I just go out there on the field, just do me, just play baseball, have fun, yeah. I told my dad and my family all home, I was like, hey, I'm just doing everything for you guys, And for this team, I want to make people proud, That makes me happy the most, making people proud.
Yeah, I mean, I've been really fortunate. I've coached 75 guys or so that have signed pro contracts, and we've had 6, 7 guys playing the big league since I've been here. He's got a chance to be the best player in program history.
So I guess what would be your message to the folks back home that are keeping up with you, or to your family, or to people who are watching, not the people in Topeka, but the people who are watching at home?
Hopefully I'm making you guys proud, I love Hawaii. That's my home and always will be. And, I want you guys to be proud.
Ahuna, through 103 games of his collegiate career, has a .357 average with 43 extra base hits, creating lots of buzz for the 2023 draft. And as you can imagine, a prime target for many in the portal this summer. Back to the Green Agent top of trim, where Big West Conference Player of the Year Andre Iligan had his NC2A tournament experience come to an end on Monday as the Farrington graduate was eliminated in the first round, falling in 3 sets to Alabama's Philip Planinsek. Now, Iligan closes out a memorable junior year, becoming just the 2nd player in program history to reach the NC2A tournament, and just last week was honored as the Bonham Award recipient as the program's top male student athlete. And a quick look at former University of Hawaii basketball star Amy Atwell, where the Los Angeles Sparks rookie scored the first points of her WNBA career on Monday night. And as one would expect, the first shot was a triple, as the all-time 3-point queen in UH history went 1 for 2 from the field. Australia native played in the final 4 minutes of LA's 104-76 loss in Vegas. The Sparks are now 2-5 on the season. Atwell has played sparingly in 4 games. There's your look at sports. Back to you.
Well, top stories of the morning are just ahead. That includes another big step for the Honolulu Rail Project. What needs to happen today to their shortened plan when Wake Up Today returns.
We're working for Hawaii. You're watching Wake Up Today.
Welcome back on this Aloha Tuesday. It's the 24th of May. I'm Christine Ueno.
I'm Rashi Mabuku, and before we get to our top headlines, let's get an update on that weather situation with Chevy Chevalier. Another gorgeous one, Chevy?
Another one, guys. It's looking like we're going to see those all the way through the week. Maybe a few more clouds, a couple more windward Mauka showers later this week. But it looks good all the way through the Memorial Day weekend. Windward Mauka showers today, breezy conditions once again. We had a gust of 29 at Honolulu yesterday, so similar conditions to yesterday. Sunrise is at 5:50, and we'll have another gorgeous sunset as well later tonight. We have a little bit more as far as shower activity goes just to the west and the southwest of the chain, but it doesn't look like it's going to affect us much. Just some isolated showers this morning, maybe some windward Mauka showers as we get into the afternoon hours. And there's your 7-day forecast, looking good all the way through Memorial Day. I'll have more details on that in your complete forecast here in just a few minutes, but now we'll take a look at our traffic as we go through, and we're talking about the situation. We got one issue, and that's over on the windward side. There's actually two issues, but it looks like as if they've cleared up the issue on Kunia Road. So over on Quarry Road, blocked in both directions. Doesn't look like it's tying up much as far as the major arteries go. Over on the Ewa Beach area, looking good. All green. There's a little slow down here at 23 miles per hour. That's probably due to that southbound on Kunia. When you get on H1 there, under the underpass, there was an accident, but they've cleared that. Green from Mililani all the way down to the H2, H1 merge into town. Looking good. Your drive times this morning, right now, are looking good. We're talking about 27 minutes from Ewa Beach, 39 from Waianae, and 20 minutes from Mililani. More on your traffic and weather in just a few minutes.
Thanks for the live update, Chevy. 5:31 right now, and a recovery plan for the Honolulu Rail project is expected to take another step towards approval today. We've been telling you how the proposal shortens the route by 1.5 miles, ending it at the Civic Center in Kaka'ako instead of at Ala Moana Center. Today, the City Council Transportation Committee is expected to approve the plan. It will then go to the full council next week on June 1st. The Federal Transit Administration requires that the recovery plan be submitted by June 30th in order to release the rest of their federal grant money, $744 million.
Two people at the center of an FBI manhunt are in custody this morning, according to Las Vegas FBI. Christina Schultz, who's from Hawaii, and Michael Overton surrendered in Jacksonville, Florida yesterday. Both were wanted in connection with a robbery and murder in Las Vegas that left 24-year-old Natalie Mondule dead. Officials believe that Schultz knew Mondole and set up the robbery to steal expensive jewelry. Schultz and Overton will be extradited to Las Vegas.
A former Kauai Police Department employee is expected in court today after being indicted for felony theft. Mika Lynn Hironaka, who was a clerk in KPD's records division, allegedly used a computer to create and submit counter-service reports involving the Hawaii Criminal Justice Data Center to steal more than $20,000. Hironaka was arrested earlier this month and released after posting $10,000 bail.
The Honolulu Police Commission has selected retired Major General Joe Logan as the next HPD chief. He will be facing some big challenges, no doubt, from a rise in violent crime on Oahu to a shortage of patrol officers. The police union sounded the alarm about staffing shortages earlier this year. Union officials tell us that they did meet with Logan and are confident he will keep his promise of tackling the issue.
It's going out and going to high schools, going out to different events, getting the young people prepared to come into the department, whether it's bringing back the cadet program. I know Chief Logan was talking about that.
The Police Commission says Logan will go through medical clearance and other requirements before he is officially accepted for the job. We'll keep you posted.
People in the Ewa area may be hearing more noise overnight. The Hawaii Department of Transportation says crews will be performing maintenance work on a runway at the Daniel K. Inouye International Airport. This will be from 4 o'clock this afternoon until 10 tomorrow morning. Because of the closure, more planes will be diverted over the Ewa Plain. The department says it appreciates the public's patience while the needed repairs are being made. 5:34 right now, and the mayor's Memorial Day ceremony is returning to the National Memorial Cemetery of the Pacific at Punch Bowl this year.
That ceremony begins at 8:30 Monday morning, and it's free and open to the public. The event features several presentations and tributes, including speeches, color guard, a wreath presentation, and performances by the Royal Hawaiian Band.
For the first in-person ceremony since the pandemic began, really it's a fundamental human interaction and experience to appreciate those who came before us and sacrifice for our well-being.
Attendees are reminded that parking within Punch Bowl will be limited. There will be additional parking at Lincoln Elementary and Stevenson Middle Schools with a courtesy shuttle.
You're encouraged to wear a mask if you attend in person. If you're not able to attend in person, you can still watch the ceremony, which will be live streamed on our website at KHON2.com.
Now, if you would like to help, the city needs 38,000 fresh flower lei for the Memorial Day ceremony. The city will be hosting several lei sewing sessions around the island this week.
It's also asking for flower donations, especially plumeria. The lei will be placed at grave sites on Memorial Day. For more information, go to our website, KHON2.com. But I'm happy to see the event back in person because it's just a beautiful ceremony, beautiful way to honor on Memorial Day.
Pay tribute.
Coming up next, we're working for Hawaii with a live look at your commute and how long the trades will be sticking around.
Plus, scammers are at it again, this time going after our kupuna and stealing millions of dollars. We'll have the latest warning and details straight ahead.
With KHON2 weather, Chevy Chevalier.
Well, we had a gorgeous day yesterday, another one in store for us today, and those are going to continue all the way through the week into the weekend and into next week, as a matter of fact. 5:50 will be your sunrise. We've got some clouds out there, so a beautiful sunrise ahead of us, and we'll see a beautiful sunset once again tonight. A few more showers on the radar than yesterday morning, but really not impacting many on the islands. Most of it's out over the water to the west and southwest. A few more showers along southern portions of the Big Island. A few more windward Malacca showers on Oahu and for Kauai. 5 to 10 miles per hour for your winds. Once again, the winds will go up to about 15 miles per hour with gusts up to about 20, 25, possibly up to 30 in some areas. You know, Kahului usually gets a little high with the wind speeds, and Honolulu had a 29 mile per hour gust yesterday. Partly cloudy, chance for light showers over the Big Island. Breezy conditions for Kahului. The rest of Maui County looking at windward Malacca showers. Same for Oahu. The beach forecast looks great once again, and then for Kauai, looking pretty good. As we go through the next 7 days, we're talking about similar weather. Maybe a few more clouds Thursday, Friday into Saturday, but your Memorial Day weekend looks pretty good as we go into that. That's a look at your weather. Now, how about your traffic? We do have a few incidents out and about. Now we have this still over on the windward side. This happened earlier this morning, a couple hours ago. But Kapa'a Quarry Road is supposedly closed in both directions over there. We had an earlier accident, Ewa Beach up to Kunia. When you're going into town, there was an accident from Kunia southbound onto H1 East. I think they've cleared it, but it's still causing quite a bit of a backup down to probably less than 22 miles per hour there. In the red for the H2, H1 merge, not too bad. Mill Street merge, looking good. All the way into town is still green. There's the backup there, H1 and Kunia. So I'm assuming that is from that accident they cleared. You can see some lights up in the distance there. So I think they pulled it into a different area, and that's why it's still backing up traffic. 29 minutes from Ewa Beach. We're looking at 43 minutes from Waianae and 21 minutes for your drive time from Mililani to town. That's a look at traffic and weather. More on that coming up in just a little while. Christine?
Thank you, Chevy. 5:41 right now. The elderly are being targeted by scammers now more than ever. A recent FBI report found older Americans were scammed out of $1.7 billion last year. That's a 74% increase from the year before. More than 92,000 people were scammed last year. People targeted include a former director of the FBI and the CIA. Unfortunately, very few arrests have been made in cases like these. Facebook parent company Meta is giving folks a peek behind the curtain and revealing how advertisers target users with political ads. This announcement comes in the middle of primary season before a crucial midterm election cycle. Meta's information into political ads on Facebook and Instagram will start being released to the public in July, focusing on demographics and audience interests leading to those targeted ads. Well, coming up next, the stories you need to know about before you get your Tuesday started. Plus, they call Hawaii paradise, but could that depend on your age? What a new survey says about Hawaii and millennials when Wake Up Today returns.
face of these changes, she remained committed to preserving Hawaiian culture, caring for orphan children, and perpetuating Hawaiian language and music.
Brought to you by Hawaii Community Foundation.
You're watching Wake Up Today with Christina Ueno and Rosh Shimabuku.
Welcome back. It's 5:45. Here is today's Need to Know. Honolulu's next police chief has been named. He is Arthur Joe Logan, the former Hawaii Adjutant General and former HPD detective. The commission chose him for his knowledge of Hawaii and leadership qualities.
A new forecast from the Hawaii researchers predict the latest COVID surge could peak on Oahu sometime next month, but not until the first half of July for Kauai. HIPAM says the extreme difference is because Kauai had the largest relative surge.
As COVID case counts rise, Big Island Mayor Mitch Roth is calling for mindful masking, strongly encouraging masks in large gatherings, indoor spaces, and in bars and restaurants.
And President Biden has ended his two-nation trip to Asia. He left Japan earlier this morning and is now headed to Alaska.
Many people love living here in paradise, but how does Hawaii stack up to other states for millennials?
Well, a new Wallet Hub survey is shedding some light on the best and worst states for the generation born between 1981 and 1996.
That's you, Ross, isn't it?
I wish.
Well, the survey weighs a number of factors, including salaries for millennials, unemployment, and home ownership. Now, when it comes to education and health, Hawaii is ranked #1 for millennials. When it comes to affordability, well, no surprise here, Hawaii is dead last.
Now, ultimately, Hawaii is ranked 33rd on the list, making it worse than average for millennials. Washington State was ranked the best for millennials, and Mississippi the worst. So as you said, no surprise, because for millennials and even for adults, the cost of living here in Hawaii, trying to be a first-time home buyer for a lot of these millennials, I mean, that's why a lot of millennials are moving away onto the mainland. So it's tough. So you would hope companies would start paying more for the cost of living to adjust, but unfortunately, that's the cost of living in paradise. Hopefully, things will change.
Yes, it's been a big trend for a while now, the brain drain, you know, moving to the mainland or other countries. It's hard to keep local talent in Hawaii. But again, hopefully, companies will do more to promote local talent, to keep it home here in Hawaii.
And then in addition, you got inflation, rising gas prices, supply chain issues. That's why we have for health-wise, you can go outside, take a hike, go Diamond Head, Cocoa Head, and we'll jump in the beach, surf.
Just
Good
kind of
therapy.
ease the tension, right? All right, coming up next, Chevy will have a live look at your roads.
But before we head to break, let's take a quick peek outside of that beautiful weather. Chevy will have your updated forecast straight ahead.
Sponsored by Inspiration Interiors.
Come into Inspiration now through Memorial Day weekend for our Memorial Day sale. Save up to 40% on all select floor models, and we have a really awesome promo going on right now with our Hedi sofa and chair. Get any Hedi sofa available in 3 different colors for the price of $999, and get any Hedi chair for free, which is valued at $499 and available in 5 different colors. Come into one of our 3 convenient locations or visit us online at inspirationinteriors.com.
Cattle Company by Paco Ranch.
Since 1982, TNT Tinting has been Hawaii's most trusted window tinting company, thanks to our dedicated staff and the newest technology. Like our amazing glass graphics that provide great day and nighttime privacy. Glass graphics also have many uses for businesses. It looks like etched glass, but comes at a fraction of the cost. Choose from hundreds of stock designs or work with our graphic designer on a custom piece of artwork. For your safety, we also provide contactless estimates and scheduling online.
In the golden years of trade in Okinawa, vinegar was highly treasured. For centuries, the benefits of fermented black Okinawan vinegar were known and could be attributed to the many centenarians from there. Our Manasu combines the natural medicinal resources of both Hawaii and Okinawa into a healthy tonic. Now with a new look and easier to open bottle. Ask your nearest retail store for Manasu, a better tasting and more concentrated tonic vinegar. Manasu, for a healthier you.
You are not alone.
I felt he was with us in a way that I'd never felt before.
Others have been where you are.
And I came to understand then how important it was for me to complete what God had put me on this planet to do.
Be inspired by these stories and others like them.
Our God, at the immediate cry of our heart, will hear us.
Watch the 700 Club this week.
Go beyond the headlines with the KHON2 mobile app. Stream breaking news and events live as they happen, only online. KHON2 is working for Hawaii. With KHON2 weather, Chevy Chevalier.
Well, another beautiful day in store for today. The sun is rising as we speak. 5:50 is your rise time, so some nice colors with the clouds out and about. And we'll see similar conditions to what we saw yesterday all the way until Thursday, then maybe just a few more windward Malka showers. 65 is your dew point, a lot better than last week. Northwest breeze at 6 miles per hour. Generally an easterly trade wind breeze, 5 to 10 miles per hour, going up to about 15 to 20 in some areas. Gusts possibly up to about 30. We saw a 29-mile-per-hour gust at the airport in Honolulu yesterday. Here's your future winds. As you can see, as we go through the day today, 15 to 20 in some areas, especially like Kaului, usually gets higher wind speeds up to 20, 21 miles per hour. And then they'll start to weaken as we get into the next 48 or so hours after today. So a couple of showers off to the west and to the southwest, not really impacting anyone. Same situation off to the east as we saw yesterday. So windward Malka showers for Oahu, for all the islands today. Maybe a couple more light scattered showers across Hawaii, the Big Island this morning into this afternoon. That's the best chance for widespread rain anyway as we go through the next couple of days. Then you'll see reduction of moisture in clouds and the chance for precip after tomorrow into Thursday. Then we'll start to see an increase in it. 1 to 3 for your North Shore surf forecast, 0 to 2 for west, 2 to 4 for South Shore, 1 to 3 for east. Beach forecast looks gorgeous once again, except we went from 9.3, I believe, yesterday to 12.1. Extreme UV index. Be aware of that. So partly cloudy for the next couple of days, and then a few more clouds, maybe a little bit more in the way of windward Malka showers for Thursday and Friday and Saturday. But for the holiday, which is next Monday, Memorial Day weekend, looking pretty good. We talked about this yesterday, the Central Pacific Hurricane Center names. They adopted these names in 1979. You'll notice, if you really look at them all here, that there are a couple of them that are mysteriously missing, right? There are some of these that you would think would be on there, but they have retired 4 different names. I don't expect anyone to know these. I only know 2 of them before I looked this up. But since 79, how many were, I just said it, right? 4 have been. And what were they? That's the big question, right? So, well, we obviously know one of them. Iniki. That was in 92, of course. And then there was Eva in 82. Those 2 impacted Hawaii, but there were 2 others that formed in the Central Pacific, yet only impacted west of here. West of here for the tsunamis. So Category 5s, both of those. So they have Hawaiian names because they formed in this, not necessarily formed in the, as we talked about yesterday, formed in the Central Pacific zone, but became a tropical storm in our zone. But they didn't impact Hawaii, just the Niki and Eva affected us. And so let's take a look at traffic now after that. We'll talk more about those names as we go through the morning hours. We do have a couple of conditions as far as the traffic goes. We still have this issue. So I guess they've requested to keep this road closed in both directions for Quarry Road. It's been there since 4:05, I believe, and we have almost all green from Ewa Beach. Now, this has been an ongoing issue. So apparently there's an accident on the Kunia ramp as you're going townbound, and it's, I'll show it here to you in a second, but it's got traffic down to about 9 miles per hour. Other than that, everything is green all the way into town, looking pretty good. It's getting a little better than it was about 20 minutes ago, but if you look way in the distance, you see some flashing lights. I think they got it off to the right up there as you're getting onto H1. That's why it's causing this big backup there. So be aware of that. 29 minutes from Eva Beach, 46 from Waianae, 21 from Mililani. More on traffic and weather in just a few minutes.
Thanks for the live update, Chevy. Nearly 24 years after her birth made international headlines, the world's first cloned mouse is now a national treasure.
Kimulina the mouse was created in a lab back in 1997 using the distinctive Honolulu technique developed by an international team led by Ryuzo Yanagi-machi at the UH John A. Burns School of Medicine. Well, she died of natural causes in 2001 and was kept at JABSOM until she was recently donated to the Smithsonian's National Museum of American History.
Kimulina was the first mammal to be cloned more than once and for several generations. And the Honolulu technique is thought to be more reliable than the cloning technique used to create Dolly the sheep. So congratulations to Kimulina. I mean, making headlines in the Smithsonian, not up there as Mickey and Minnie and Mighty Mouse, but very popular.
Yeah. Well, top stories in the morning coming your way next.
That includes the selection of a new chief for the Honolulu Police Department. We'll hear from Joe Logan and his plans for the department straight ahead.
Way home from Tokyo after ending his first presidential trip to Asia.
We're working for Hawaii. Wake Up Today starts now.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back on this Aloha Tuesday. It's the 24th of May. I'm Christine Ueno.
I'm Ron Shimabuku, and before we get to our top headlines, let's get an update on that weather situation with Chevy Chevalier. And first sunlight shaping up to be a gorgeous one.
Looking like another one, guys. Looks like we're going to see a day very similar to yesterday. That's going to continue through this week. We have our trade winds back this week, isolated showers overnight and in the early morning hours, and then windward Mauka showers for the afternoon hours. So not bad at all there. We have partly cloudy skies over Honolulu now. We got the sun coming up and looking good. We've got some colors there because of the cloud coverage. So a little bit less cloud coverage over Honolulu this morning, but a little bit more in the way of showers. But it's mostly off to the west and to the southwest, and a few more showers in southern portions of the Big Island. So for the next 7 days, we're talking about partly cloudy skies, if that. I'd say partly cloudy windward side and mostly sunny for leeward side areas, and beach forecast looks great once again today, and then maybe a few more clouds Thursday and Friday, but not much in the way of showers except for some windward Mauka showers. And Memorial Day looks fantastic. Now let's take a look at our traffic. We still have a couple of issues out and about. First of all, over on the windward side, this is Kapa'a Quarry Road. It's blocked off in two directions. It happened a couple of hours ago, but they, I guess, have requested to keep it closed so they can do some repairs. From Ewa Beach until you get to a couple miles before the Cuneo exit, well, it's going down slow. It's a little bit slower in the red section there, about 8 or 9 miles per hour. That's due to an accident that happened about an hour and a half ago on the on-ramp from Cuneo southbound to the townbound H1, and they're still working on that. So all the way back into town from there, looking good. And there's a look at the Cuneo. It looks a little better than it did a half hour ago, but not great by any stretch there. It's off in the distance there on the right-hand side of the road. So be aware of that. Drive times, 28 minutes from Ewa Beach, 43 from Waianae, and 21 from Mililani. More on your traffic and weather coming up in just a few minutes.
Thanks for the live update, Chevy. 6:01 right now and happening now. President Biden is on his way to Alaska after finishing a two-country visit to Asia, the first of his presidency. He left Yokota Air Base today following meetings in Tokyo with the leaders of Japan, India, and Australia. The president urged the Indo-Pacific to make a greater effort to stop Russia's aggression in Ukraine, saying it's a global issue, not just a European one. The president also visited South Korea before he went to Japan.
Back here at home, after a year-long search, the Honolulu Police Department has a new chief. The police commission selected Arthur Joe Logan to lead the department. The retired major general faces many challenges, including a rise in violent crime and a shortage of patrol officers. But Logan says he's ready to hit the ground running with new ideas to improve the department.
What I'd like is every officer, every civilian that works in the police department to be a recruiter. And I'd like them to try to bring somebody into the department either once a month or at least once a year so we can get the numbers up.
How do you gain the trust of the people under you in as short a time as possible?
Lead by example, show humility. My goal is to motivate, inspire, coach, teach, and mentor so that everyone in the department can reach their max potential of what they'd like to be.
Logan served more than 4 decades in the military. During that time, he also served 20 years at HPD beginning in 1982. He was a patrol officer, narcotics vice officer, and also a detective in the Criminal Investigation Division. He's currently a criminal investigator at the State Attorney General's office, and his selection has been well received.
I am looking forward to working with Chief Logan. He'll provide steady leadership, smart, down to earth. He's a pleasant guy, no drama, get the job done.
We'll have more reaction in our next half hour. Alm also thanked Acting Chief Roddy Vanek for stepping in when called upon and providing steady leadership during this transition.
Maui police have a warning about opioid use after an incident with a teenager. Police say on Saturday, officers responded to a call about a possible opioid overdose at a home in Kahului. They found the 16-year-old girl unresponsive. Officers administered a dose of Narcan and were able to revive her. The teenage girl was taken to the hospital for treatment. Maui police say this is the second time this year that officers used Narcan. The latest COVID surge should peak on Oahu sometime next month. That's the forecast from the Hawaii Pandemic Applied Modeling, or HIPAM, work group. On Hawaii Island, the peak is expected to come during the first week of June. A little later for Maui, and not until the first half of July for Kauai. The group says the extreme difference for the Garden Isle has to do with the fact that it had the largest relative surge. The group says several factors make estimating peaks very difficult, including unreported testing, the vaccine fading, and transmission rates of new variants. As for the next surge, the group says people getting reinfected in July could lead to another follow-up surge in cases. And as case counts rise, Big Island Mayor Mitch Roth is calling for mindful masking. Although there is no mask mandate in place, mindful masking strongly encourages masks in large gatherings, grocery stores, indoor gathering places, public transportation, and in bars and restaurants.
6:05 right now, and in Huntington Beach, California, a group of thieves tried to rob a jewelry store, but they didn't expect the intended victims to fight back.
That's right. Security video shows the thieves bolting into the store using a hammer to smash a display case. But as the masked thieves start to ransack the store, the employees, including a brother and sister who work for their dad at this family-owned business, rush at the thieves and exchange blows. Another worker fought back with a chair, and within seconds, the criminals retreated and left.
At some point while I was fighting them, one of them actually hit me in the head with a hammer, just on the side of my left temple, and I didn't even register it until after they left, because I think there's just so much adrenaline going on.
Law enforcement says that while heroic, they do not want people fighting back against criminals because there's a chance they could be carrying guns, which we always hear from officers and law enforcement. But until you get into that position, you never know how you're going to react, right? And again, it is a family affair here. So they're like, we're going to protect each other. We're going to protect our business, this company, the items in here. And maybe it was just instinct to them to just fight back.
Yeah, because this is our dad's store. It's a family-owned business. And like you said, you never know how you're going to react in those situations. And they just took over on instinct.
Yeah. All right, coming up, we're working for Hawaii with another live look at the roads and how long the trades will last.
And speaking of the roads, find out why more drivers are keeping their cars longer. We'll unveil the average of most vehicles straight ahead.
Well, a massive tornado touches down in North Texas. Take a look at this. Witnesses captured the monster twister on cell phone video as it spun north of Morton yesterday. The National Weather Service says the tornado touched down early in the morning, packing wind gusts up to 70 miles an hour. There have been no deaths connected to the storm. That's fortunate. That thing is huge. Probably looks like it was a less populated area, which is good news, but surprised only 70-mile-an-hour winds out of that monster. That's just the times we're facing. Remember we had that tornado outbreak in December? All climate warming, getting bigger storms and everything. Wow. All right, so we got beautiful weather here, nothing like that, of course. Very much like we saw yesterday. We have partly cloudy skies over Honolulu, but just enough clouds over near the mountains to see a very gorgeous sunrise. Sunrises and sunsets this week are looking good. We have shower activity a little bit more than yesterday off the west to the west and southwest, really not impacting anyone. But down in the southern portion of the Big Island, a few more showers, a few more windward Mauka showers for Kauai and for Oahu this morning, and that's what we're going to see this afternoon. The winds 5 to 10 miles per hour on average right now. They'll probably go up to 15 to 20 later today with gusts possibly, I would say, Kahului. Even Honolulu yesterday got a 29-mile-per-hour gust. So partly cloudy over the Big Island, a chance for a light shower, especially on the windward side. And for Maui, looking at it's breezy conditions for Kahului especially, with partly cloudy windward Mauka showers for Oahu. Definitely a great beach day today. Quite same situation. Let's take a look at that traffic now. And we're talking about a few issues that still, we got a new one too. But if we look at the windward side, this has been going on since before we came on the air this morning. Kapa'a Quarry Road is blocked in both directions, and they needed to keep it closed for a while longer so they can make some repairs on the road, I guess. And this is up on the H2 southbound at exit 5. There's some debris in the road, so they're trying to get that cleared up. So restricted flow there from Ewa Beach until you get to the Cuneo, a couple miles before the Cuneo exit, down to about 18 miles per hour because there's an accident there. As we go to the H1, H2 merge, a little bit slower, and then into the Middle Street merge, looking good all the way into town. There's a look at Cuneo, another update. Still got some backup for this, and it looks like it's going to continue for a while until they get that cleared up. 29 minutes from Ewa Beach, 44 from Waianae, 23 from Mililani. More on your traffic and weather in just a few minutes.
Thanks for the live update, Chevy. 6:12 right now, and more Americans are holding on to and driving their cars for longer. The average age of vehicles on U.S. roadways hit a new record high in 2021, reaching 12.2 years. It comes as Americans are facing higher car prices and fewer choices at car dealerships due to pandemic-related computer chip shortages. According to S&P's Global Mobility, it's the 5th straight year that the average vehicle age increased. No surprise there. All right, coming up next, stories you need to know about before heading out the door this morning. And the award goes to... The BBB is now accepting nominations for its upcoming Torch Awards for Business Excellence. We'll have all the details in a live interview straight ahead. But before we head to break, looking to buy a new home? Here's a quick breakdown of some of the current mortgage rates.
Realize another snack was possible. Baby Bell joined the goodness.
Talk to Drew.
I like to keep it real.
It feels good.
Yes, it does!
The Drew Barrymore Show, weekdays at 2 on KHON2.
You're watching Wake Up Today with Christina Ueno and Rosh Shimabuku.
Welcome back on this Tuesday morning at 6:16. Here is today's Need to Know. The City Council Transportation Committee is meeting today and is expected to approve a plan to shorten the Honolulu Rail project. The proposal is expected to go to the full council next week.
The Board of Water Supply is asking federal officials for $195 million in additional funds to find and drill new water wells. This after the fuel spill at Red Hill forced the city to close several wells as a precaution.
Crews will be doing maintenance on a runway at Honolulu's airport from 4 this afternoon until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Now, the closure will send more air traffic over the Ewa Plain, and people in that area could hear more noise.
And the city is asking for your help preparing for the Memorial Day ceremony on Monday. You can donate flowers or take part in lace sewing sessions. For details, head to KHON2.com. All right, do you know a business that goes above and beyond, or a company that you trust to do the right thing? If so, it's time to nominate that company for a BBB Torch Award. Joining us this morning with more is Roseanne Freitas, Public Relations and Communications Manager with the Better Business Bureau. Good morning, Roseanne. How are you doing this morning?
Doing great. Thanks, Russ.
I love this topic. We're talking about excellence for businesses. So what is a Torch Award?
So the Torch Award is given out once a year to businesses in the state of Hawaii. Now, the Torch Award, we look to identify and honor these exemplary organizations in the community for their dedication to integrity and ethical business practices. Now, we have 3 tiers for the Torch Awards for small, medium, and large-sized businesses. But we also have a Spark Award, and that's for a new business that has been open between 1 to 5 years. So to keep encouraging that growth. Also, when it comes to the judging, they are done by an independent panel of judges. What they're looking for is the character of the organization's leadership, examples of authentic culture is being fostered within the company, how the company prioritizes its relationships with its customers, and of course, the impact the organization is making on its local community.
Now, I understand, Roseanne, that this year there's a new individual award.
There is, Ross, and we are so excited about that. It's called the Luminaire Award, and it's for service from an individual, which just makes this really exciting. We're doing this in partnership with BBB's Wise Giving Alliance, and this individual will be somebody who prioritizes philanthropy and that they have made a meaningful impact through their charitable initiatives. So we're looking for people who demonstrated qualities of compassion, volunteerism, and of course, community leadership.
So all the viewers watching, where can they go to nominate both individuals and businesses?
So for a business, you want to go to trust-bbb.org/torch-awards. And then for that Luminaire Award, go to trust-bbb.org/Luminaire and look for those winners to be announced in October.
All right, so go ahead, start nominating. And of course, we will have those links on our website at KHON2.com because a lot of these businesses, as well as individuals, they've had a rough couple of years with the pandemic. And so we need to recognize all of them for their outstanding work.
Exactly. We need to shine a light on them.
All right, thank you very much, Roseanne. You have a great day.
Thanks, Ross.